Hey guys, it's Chris with Electric Rides here, doing an unboxing of the new e-bike that I just got shipped to me. This is by RAEV. It is the Bullet. It is a cool looking bike that looks a lot like a moped style, Super 73 styled e-bike and that kind of genre, which I don't have one that looks like that. And so I was super excited to try this one out and try it on for size. Yeah, but it looks pretty sweet. It's got like the motorcycle seat, big old battery up front here, motorcycle kind of style headlight, 20-inch by 4-inch tires. So it's got that big fat tire kind of look, and I'm super excited to test it out and see what we got in store. Like I said, they did send me this for free. I did not purchase it, but I'm not getting paid by anybody. I'm not getting an endorsement or anything like that. These are all my opinions and yeah, all my honest opinions here. Whew. They did a good job packing this up, so that's good. The box was a little beat up on the side here from FedEx, of course. But yeah, everything looks like it's in order. It just rained outside, so I'm doing this in our TV room downstairs, just because it's going to be easier than trying to finagle the mud. Oh yeah, this looks like it's in good shape. Oh yeah, I love the motorcycle seat. They have similar seats to these on Amazon, and I was thinking about switching out my Rad Runner seat for something of this style. I've seen it on like Reddit and other forums where some riders have done that with their Rad Runner, and it looks super cool. But let's see how it looks on this one. Probably gonna break something. Oh. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Let's first what we have in the box. I know a lot of people they like to ask if everything comes inside the box that you need to get it assembled. I don't understand it, but I get a lot of people asking that when they're doing assembly. Like, does it have all the tools you need? Like, even if it did, they're usually like cheap tools and you probably want to use your own. But yeah, it looks like it has at least Allen wrenches, a basic type of wrench. I think they're going to be the charger. Yep. Yeah, Allen wrenches, probably a bracket for a headlight or tail light or something. But yeah, I am super excited. CST knobby tires. Let's leave that on there for now. Let's get some of these zip ties off. But yeah, it is springtime here, and thankfully winter has passed. It was a long winter here in Utah, and I know a lot of other people elsewhere had a long winter and they were not able to get out and ride, and we are super excited to go and do that now. I do know that they have different versions of this, this is just, I believe, the base unit of the Bullet, but they have like a Bullet GT that is a little bit more powerful, but otherwise the look is about the same. I think the batteries on it's probably bigger. There we go. Oh, that looks a little bent. FedEx might have banged that up a little bit. But otherwise, it's a good pack job. Like I said, there was a big dent in the side of the box, so that's probably where that came from. Unfortunately, that's the cheapest way to ship an e-bike these days, I hear, is FedEx. And so all e-bike manufacturers usually will have like free shipping, unless they're like a Super 73 or something like that, where they have to do like LTL, like special white glove drop shipping. But any major economy type of e-bike manufacturers, affordable e-bike manufacturers, are going to give you free shipping, and thus not going to want to spend $500 on shipping through UPS. And from what I hear, that it is that substantial of a difference. Charging them $150 to like $400 for shipping from UPS to FedEx. So I know a lot of people complain about FedEx, but that's the option you have available. So what are you going to do? Nobody wants to pay $400 for shipping of their e-bike. Yeah, I really like, it has like a, it's black, but it's like a metallic, kind of like got sparks in there, kind of black, which looks real nice. Probably looks even better in the sun or outside. Yeah, that looks really cool. There we go. I like how they put these like shrink wrap even on the paint there, just in case like anything rubs up against it or anything like that, then it'll protect the paint. Because you know, it's not like a scratched frame isn't, you know, you can still ride it, but it's just when you receive a brand new bike and it's got a scratch or a ding on it, that's all you notice, right? It sticks out like a sore thumb, and it doesn't really ruin the experience, but it kind of taints it too. It's empty. Flashing red. I better get this thing off and on a charger. Oh, that's kind of janky. I don't like that. It's got a standard battery tray, but for some reason that just seems like it's a little loose when the battery's actually on there. Standard 2 amp charger, which is your basic charger that you're going to get. I know a lot of companies are doing 3 amp chargers, but the faster you charge a lithium ion battery, the worse it is for the battery. So even if you have a charger, like you can buy chargers that will go up to like 10 amps that you can actually control, like quick charge. But if you actually do that every single time at 10 amps, it's actually not very good for the battery. So people that have those chargers tend to still dial it down to like 2 or 3 amps to do the charging. This one was 500 watts motor, 750 peak. So it's not gonna scream up the hills, but it's no, your basic class 2 motor. Like I said, it was a 20-inch tires, class 2, 20 miles per hour, 25-ish out of the box. I'm a bigger guy, so probably 23, 24-ish. Mechanical brakes. Would have been nice to have like hydraulic brakes. I think most e-bikes now are coming with hydraulic brakes, but I believe this price point on this, it's understandable that they went with mechanical. I think the Bullet GT, the higher end one, has, what are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? The higher end one, the GT, has hydraulic brakes, I believe. But this one, they went with mechanical 160 millimeter rotors, which should be fine. Designed in the USA with global sources. Shimano 7-speed, suspension front forks. That's good. I don't recognize the brand of the brakes. I'm not sure if up here you can get a second battery. Is that what this is for? It doesn't look like there's another mounting point. There's a water bottle, boss. I assume the control is underneath here. Battery, obviously. I don't know if there's gonna be enough room for a second battery here. I don't know, who knows? This to me is the hardest part of assembly, because you gotta have, it's nice to have like 3 hands, and obviously you don't have 3 hands. You gotta hold this handlebar, you gotta hold the faceplate, and then you gotta twist in these bolts to put the faceplate hardware on there. And your handlebar always wants to move, and in some cases it's, you like, when you got those big BMX handlebars that come up to here, makes it even more difficult to put these on. These ones are nice because they're, you know, low rise kind of bars, so that's good. Otherwise, those BMX bars are a little bit harder to do. There, that's good enough for now, until I get the tire on. See, they don't have to put these on there, but it's a nice little touch. Front wheel installation. Align the front disc at the space of the gateway lining. What?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Align the front disc at the space of the gateway lining. Align the front axle at the front fork axle hole and insert it into the hole. Install gaskets and cap nuts on both sides. What? Align the front disc at the space of the gateway lining. Align the front axle at the front fork axle hole and insert it into the hole. I'm gonna say lost in translation there because I have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Okay, I'll say the front wheel installation historically has given me more issues than any handlebar installation. We'll say that. So I'll maybe change my mind and say installing the front wheel is a bigger pain in the butt than the front handlebars. I like that it's not a quick release. I don't have any problems with the quick release on the bikes that I have quick release on. I just prefer not having that as something that's always in the back of my mind that might be going wrong, like riding down the street and I'm like, did I check the quick release before I jumped on my bike? I don't know, did I? Okay, just loosen those a little bit and put the brake back on and see if it's gonna play nice. And I don't think it's gonna play nice. So these ones mount this way and then the caliper goes this way. So I'll probably have to do like fine-tune adjustments with the ones that go this way. Maybe adjust that there, open the pads up a little bit, but otherwise no big whoop. I really like that front headlight. It really is nice looking. It's got a nice little, like rock guard on there. It's nice and big. It looks like it's gonna be bright when I get this all up and going, but yeah, real nice. Most manufacturers will give you specific torque ratings for each and every bolt of their bike so that you know exactly how tight it all is instead of just tight to feel, which to me, my whole life, that's how I always did everything, from working on my car to building a table or something like that. You just tighten it till it feels good. Don't over tighten because you'll strip it or break it, and don't under tighten because then it'll fall apart. But now everybody's got torque ratings. That's got to be 10 Newton meters of torque. Okay, 10 Newton meters, that feels about 10 Newton meters there to me. You know what I mean? I think it's super important on the faceplate hardware for it to be super tight. But the faceplate hardware, I think, needs to be, special care needs to be taken to it. I've gotten in like crashes where I could understand, like, it moves the bars, but you don't want your bars moving, crashing, or especially if you're riding. That's going to be really bad for you, especially if you're going off-roading or kind of a place where you definitely don't want your bars moving, and then all of a sudden they're in a different position, and not only in an awkward position, but maybe in a position where you can't even steer properly, and you need to steer. That was a relatively pain-free installation. No fenders, so obviously that's not going to be a big deal of trying to, put the fenders on. Oops, that is right. They put little stickers on them and on the chain ring or the crank arm, so that's nice. Twist the right side. This is the right, this is the left. It's like you're on the bike looking out, so right's gonna be there, not the other way around. Right side, right pedal goes towards the front. Left pedal also goes towards the front. They give you this little, kind of little wrench. Looks like, yep, that is for the pedals, which is why it's kind of flat and able to get in there. Here's another one of those things of like, if you have a pedal wrench, it'd be great, because if you under tighten these, it'll strip the whole thing. It's got a full twist throttle, which is, I think this is my only bike that has a full twist throttle. So it'll take a little bit getting used to. The battery has only been on there for maybe 10, 20 minutes. So it's probably got no charge. Let's put it on and see what we got. Turn it off first. It looks like it's got a little USB charger built into it. That's nice. Let's lock it. Locked in place. Not going anywhere. But look how much play is in there. I don't like that. And that's just me with my pinky finger. I can only imagine doing hard riding on the road, how that'll be a problem. Which is weird too, because this is flat. This section is flat here, so it's like they put that on there to put the battery on there. It looks like there's space. Like you can see light between the battery tray and the frame. Maybe if you take off that tray and put like a washer or something in there, that so it hits the frame, you know, maybe a rubber washer. So it pushes against the frame and pushes against the tray. Maybe gives that a little bit more stability. I'll probably have to do something like that. But that's one of my gripes. On. Power button on the bottom. It's on. Pedal assist 1, it looks like 12 miles per hour. Up to 3, pedal assist 3. 18, 19, 20 miles per hour. Doesn't show you wattage. I like displays that show you wattage and voltage. So how much wattage you're running through. But it doesn't show that, or the voltage of the battery. Just has those little six bar gauges. But other than that, it's a small display, so you can only fit so much on there. I won't knock them too much for that. But I really like the seat. It looks like it's manufactured just for this one, because it's like curved, like it's thinner in the back, goes out kind of wide. Right, this is its widest point, and then goes in. As opposed to some of those other motorcycles that I was talking about earlier that have that same kind of cafe racer kind of bump in the back. But then they continue on the same and then just blunt. But this is really nice. I like that seat. But yeah. Oh, it feels really good. It's definitely not one of those bikes that you can pedal very much. Let's see, this is the highest point, and my leg is pretty much parallel with the ground, maybe even up a little bit more. So it's definitely a cruiser type bike. Like, you use it for use the throttle because you're not going to be using much pedal assist on this. But then again, it's like I said, a motorcycle style, cafe racer style e-bike. That's kind of their thing. You don't pedal them. Most of them come in with only one gear. This just have a 7-speed, so in case you want to pedal, or if you're shorter than I am, maybe pedaling won't be such a big deal. But yeah, other than that, oh man, this looks really good. I'm really excited. I can't wait to get on the road and do a test run and see how it is. I'm gonna have to adjust those brakes. Like I said, the rotor might be bent, so I might have to reach out to RAEV and maybe have them send me a new rotor. I don't have another 160 millimeter rotor laying around, otherwise I just swap it out. I only have an 180 millimeter, and so it'll be too big. Other than that, the brakes, they're no-name brakes. They look like they'll get the job done. It would be nice to have Tektro on there, but then again, like I said, at this price point, I can understand that. I really like the frame style. I like the headlight. The display, it would be nice to have a big color display. But then again, like, this is still better than what you get on like a Super 73, which is usually that little display there. But then again, they give you like app functionality and such. Nice big tires, I like those. Shocks, doesn't look like the shocks. Suspension is not adjustable. Usually there's like a little knob where it says like on, off, or plus, minus. Doesn't have that on there, so doesn't look like it's adjustable. I need to tighten those. Nice tail light. Oh yeah, check the, how do you turn on the headlight? There we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, it doesn't, it would be nice to have the twin there, so you can put the headlight onto there, so when you're turning, the headlight turns with you, as opposed to the headlight straight and you're turning this way in the dark. Guess what? Your headlight's going this way, but you're going that way. Or in this way, your headlight's going this way and you're going that way. Who knows what's going to be in front of you. That's another one of my gripes. It's battery powered, so tail light looks nice, but it looks like it is on or off. There's no functionality to plug it in, and because there's got these little pull strips, or there's batteries in it. Interesting. Would be nice if it had actual brake light functionality. And how do you get this on and off in order to change the batteries? Because if it's battery powered, obviously it's going to die. I don't see a charger connection that is bolted on there. I'm gonna have to fiddle with that. But otherwise, yeah, it looks good. Maybe a frame bag or something like that would be nice right here. You know, it makes it look like those gas tank kind of things for the cafe racers, and put some stuff in there for storage. Obviously, there's not going to be any rear rack. Maybe you can get a one that you can put on the end, but nothing that comes out of the box. Let's turn that off so I don't do that again. But yeah, really nice bike. I'm gonna have to take it out for a test ride, see what kind of speed I can get out of it, what kind of torque, and do some adjustments on those brakes, because I know that's gonna squeal. Yep, it's already rubbing really bad. I thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more updates on the channel, and also more updates on this bike, on the Bullet. And excited to see what they have in store, and any information I'll get, I'll put up in the description or the video, or I'll make another whole separate video containing that. But yeah, I need to make some adjustments to the brakes, but I'll make a ride video and see what conclusion we come to the actual feel of the bike. Like I said, I have a feeling that it will be a fun cruise, but not a lot of exercise, which I probably need. But thanks for watching, and stay safe and keep riding.